Hi, Christian. Remember me, your mother? Yeah, I'm still here. I'm not dead yet. There's something I want to say to you face to face. And since you won't talk to me, like it's not on you won't talk to me on the phone. You're too scared to face me, then I'll talk to you. And you better watch this whole thing because you think you got away with this, the way you've treated me and the girls and my family. You think Omi doesn't know this? She was the one who came to me with your grandmother after your grandmother died, and she brought your grandmother. It was a vision, and you have them too. Don't give me that crap that you don't have visions, and you weren't also rejecting when you were 2 years old, because you were, because you have the gift, and so do I, and I have it very strong, and I've seen your future, and it doesn't look good, Christian. It doesn't. You think you're going to get away with this, the way you've treated me when I did nothing wrong. What you did was wrong. You believed those people over me. You should have defended me. I was your mother. You were ready to go to court and testify against John. You were ready to do that for me because you heard it. You heard him threaten me. You think those people liked me? Don't you think they took great joy in making you hate me? They did it on purpose because they are the religious grandma there isn't so religious at all. She didn't act like a Christian. She was a hateful, mean, spiteful bitch. And so is Grandpop, and so is Anna, and so is your father. I am your mother. You can't change that. I didn't do anything wrong. I brought you up. Your father wouldn't even give you blood for a transfusion after you were born because you had pneumonia for a week. It wasn't my fault. It was the doctor's fault. It was just one of those things that happened. You aspirated fluid while I was giving birth to you. Okay? It happens. So there was a chance that you might have to have a transfusion because they were pricking your little foot so many times. They're pricking you to get blood. They thought that you might be, a little low on blood. So everybody was willing to give blood because we all had the same blood type, B positive. Guess who wouldn't give blood? Guess who made such a stink out of it and such a pity party out of it that he ruined our dinner, our new parent dinner, even though we already had 2 children. Guess who carried on like a total idiot about giving you blood to save your life? Bill McCullough did it. I didn't do it. I was willing to give blood. Everybody was willing to give blood. Grandma, my sister, my mother, we all had B positive. And this man is so great. Oh, he's changed. I doubt it. Do you remember he tried to kill me? Do you remember that? Do you remember he kidnapped me? Do you remember he ran me down? He stalked me. I had to go to court umpteen times to protect myself. And you and your sisters were always on the order. The same because I was protecting you. I wasn't grandma. Even though grandma was so wonderful, she was as long as I was getting along with her son. But she was so wonderful, but I was the one who protected you. I got PFAs against protection from abuse orders against the bastard. He was not who you think he was. He made you the man you are today? Yeah, he did. He turned you against your mother. And he let his family go right along. Poor Billy. And even the Andersons were like, oh, we don't believe Billy did any of those things. No, he never chased his wife down, or held a knife to her throat. And went crazy for 6 hours while you guys were in school. Well, I was at home with this raving maniac. And I couldn't get out the door because we were moving from Warwick and the boxes were all blocking my entrance. and exit. He stalked me. He harassed me. He assaulted me. And he was upset that I actually wrote that down and put it on the internet. I am not a victim. I'm a survivor. And so are the girls. They've both been in therapy because of him. And I'm supposed to say, just forget it because he's changed. No, he hasn't changed. He's just gotten slower. He can't run like he used to. And he ran me down in the house on Briarcliff. That's okay with you? You should have protected your mother. You should have had a job when we lived in Norwood to help make some money instead of just goofing around and hanging on the corner with your friends. You should have done that. I protected you. Little 137 pounds of me. I protected you always. And the girls. And the girls realize this. Not you. You have hurt me so much. So much. I have cried. I was crying all day today. That Sarah's doing her little drama thing too. And Steffi's the only sane child I have. Besides the one I lost. Yeah, I lost a child. I had a miscarriage, okay? You know, you pissed me off. You really, truly pissed me off. You could have had children. You could have had them. But you had to go and do what you did to me. You know, that means you're not going to have any kids. Call it the family curse. Call it ridiculous. But how come? How come she's not pregnant? Well, maybe because your mother is more than you think she is. And maybe Omi is angry that you treated me like dirt. You had your friends get on the text and say, you C-U-N-T, you bitch, you witch, you this, you that. You let your friends fucking talk to me like that. Who the hell do you think you are? I'm a fucking survivor. And so are the girls. They think of him as dead. And you should too. You know exactly what happened. Don't pretend like you didn't. And the stupid shit that grandma told you, like, oh, it doesn't matter how old you are, as long as you love each other as a couple. As long as you love each other. That's a bunch of bullshit. She was 17 when he effed her. As old as Stephanie. How you even told me it was embarrassing. You told me you were embarrassed. And I said, why? And you said, you know, Mom. You know why. Oh, it changed from then. You had to go on their side. Yeah, every once in a while this creeps into my head. And I'm so fucking angry at you. You know, you think God doesn't know what you're doing? You think Omi doesn't know what you're doing? You are cursed. You're cursed, Christian. You won't have any kids, okay? Face it. You don't get to have children. Well, just think of it this way. You're lucky they won't turn on you someday. Not the girls. The girls are fine. And I have a wonderful son-in-law, Michael, and Brendan. I have a family, and my husband, Bobby, is absolutely wonderful and supportive, and he knows what you did. He said he liked the belt you won. He doesn't like what you've done to me, how you've hurt me. And your stupid Minnie Mouse wife, her family, the way they treated us, they didn't even invite the girls to, what's her name, Minnie Mouse's wedding shower. How childish and immature. Yeah, so in case there were any future children, that she would get them all. Whatever. She'd have complete control because she's a control bitch. She was rude to me. She wouldn't even speak to me. What the hell? What the fuck did you people say to her about me? You told lies, lie after lie after lie about your own mother. I was the one that was good. Bill was bad, and so was his family. They all had incest with each other. Go ask him. I had to hear about all this myself. I had to hear about it. Like I really wanted to. No, he just kept blabbering on and on and on about it. I had to hear it about how they all had sex with each other. You think I wanted to hear that? And then he tells me he's attracted to his children. How sick is that? I protected you from that. You would have been abused, sexually abused, physically abused, emotionally abused if it wouldn't have been for me. I never let him near you. Oh, Mom was taking up all of you. You were a little club, he used to say. You're a little club, and we're not co-parenting. Damn right we're not co-parenting. Because he wasn't fit to be a parent. That's why. I was protecting you. I didn't want him doing the same thing to you as John did to Pat and Bill and not Anna. Anna was perfect. And Alan and Fran, the way he beat them up and broke his hand doing it. And instead of Grandma protecting her children, no, she took them to the emergency room. Do you have any idea what that house was like? It was like the house from hell. You should be grateful that I saved you from that. But, even so, you were weak. I know you're weak. I saw it before you were born, that you were weak. You were not a strong person. And I told my mother that, my sister that, and blah, blah, blah. I thought you were going to be gay or something, like that was what the weak meant. There was something wrong with you. And when I read your palm, as I do that, being, a witch and a psychic and all that, I saw that your lines were connected at the beginning. I said, he's going to stay at home longer than he should. The girls were independent. You were weak. And you're showing it right now. And your Minnie Mouse wife is never going to have any kids, Christian, because you are cursed. You're not going to have any. You've been married over 4 years now. Where are the kids? Where are they? I told you you did this. You weren't going to have any children. And she will never have. I've seen her have 3 miscarriages. I've been there. I've seen it in vision, Like you saw things in vision. So don't pretend like I'm the kooky one. You had visions too. And you were flying up in the clouds when you were little. And I told people, I have evidence, okay? I saw it. You told me all about it. So don't pretend like you don't have it, the gift. You have it. And so do the girls. And Steffi was afraid of it. And you're afraid of it too. Because that would put you in my category, my family. Who, by the way, is from East Prussia. They're from East Prussia. My DNA says we're Nordic, which is Scandinavian, Prussian, German. I found all the people on my father's side. Linda found them. We're all from Germany, Saxony, and then they came over here. And we're Nordic. We're Viking. Too bad if you don't like it. You're very little Irish. Because Grandma said there was very little Irish in there. It was just in the name. So you're mostly German. Too bad if you don't like it. Because I'm German and I'm Nordic. And we fight for what we believe in. And you hurt my mother. She knew when Grandma came to visit me to say goodbye, just like Grandpa did. Your grandfather came to me to say goodbye and ask for forgiveness. Why would he do that, Christian? What was I supposed to get forgiven for? He came for some reason, and by the 4th night of coming, he was mad because I would not forgive him for what he did. And Grandma came too, and she came with my mother. They were both gone. It's ginger beer. It doesn't have any alcohol in it. Anyway, Grandma came with my mother. And when Grandma had just, in the vision, Grandma had just come to say goodbye, and she brought my mother. And my mother, she told my mother what you had done to me, the way you acted towards me, which is similar to acting that way to her, because we're all related. My mother was my advocate, my strongest advocate when I was going through that horrendous divorce. And you didn't stand by me. No. You didn't realize that your dad was a pervert. He was 43 years old when it began. He's effing a 17-year-old girl, as old as your sister. How creepy do you think that was? You even thought it was creepy. But no, everything changed, didn't it? When they told you that everything was okay. Well, it wasn't okay, Christian. It was sick. It was fucking sick. Your father is sick in the head. I got out of there with my life and my brains, and you all came with me. Because I was normal. I admit I'm a little eccentric, okay, but I know what normal is, Christian, and your Bill is not normal, and neither is his family. His fucking incestuous, sick, brutal, abusive family. And your grandmother, the great, let her kids get abused. The only way he didn't abuse them was sexually. His cousins did that. Fran and Alan and Sue and not Beth. She was actually a nice person. And Anna went to court with Bill to fight paying child support. He didn't want to pay fucking child support for you guys. Does that make him a hero? That he has 3 kids and he's not willing to pay child support for them? Is that okay? Did you care how I made money? You should have gotten a job. You should have gotten a job instead of sitting at home criticizing me and stealing my wine coolers, which was the only getaway I got, and throwing my Christmas decorations out the window. You were a pain in the ass. That cop, Larry, he didn't like you. The cop that arrested Bill, of course he didn't like you, because your father was a psycho. Do you get it? Do you understand, Christian? Your father was a psycho. I escaped. I had a knife to my throat. I had the threat of guns. John threatened me with his Smith & Wesson. You were even willing to testify in court for me. Yeah, you were. You got dressed up. I was so proud of you. You got in a nice dress shirt. You had a tie on. You were going to testify, but the stupid redneck judge wouldn't let you, which was totally unfair. Because if I would have won, I would have won a victory for women everywhere, for abused women everywhere. I would have had a victory. And I didn't, because it was some dumbass redneck judge I had. It was the first time I had that judge. Usually I had a female judge, and I got my PFAs, my petitions, and all this other shit. I got them because we needed them. We weren't safe. Do you get it? That's why Jet was there. That's why God brought Jet into our lives. Because Jet was dangerous, and Bill knew it. I had a dog that would have chewed his head off. And Jet had to be put down when he was 11 because he was getting really aggressive and nasty. He bit stuff, and it broke my heart because I knew God put that dog there for a reason. He saved my life. Something that you didn't do. You didn't have the guts to stand up for your mother. Does that make you feel good? And to pay for it, you're not going to have any kids. Because you deserve it. Because before they turn on you, it is a joy to have children. A total joy. I enjoy that more than anything I've ever done. And so I wasn't perfect. What was I supposed to be perfect at? I was trying to save my own life. And you guys, you were always with me. I was always looking out for you. Always. And this is how you turn on me? Why? Why did you do that? Why would you do such a horrible thing? And you lied to everybody and you agreed with those people? You lied about your own mother? That's really sad, Christian. You will go to a very bad place, just like your grandparents did. And your father is going to, your biological father, the man that made you what you are today. Well, that's no big compliment. You are sad, really sad, Christian. I am ashamed of you. You didn't turn out to be anybody strong. Your sisters are strong and strong-willed. I'm proud of them, not you. You bailed on me. You should have protected me as my 6'4" son. You didn't protect me. You were against me. You're a disappointment. And you and your Minnie Mouse wife, the squeaky girl who likes Disney World. When the fuck is she gonna grow up? You think I wouldn't like her? No, I probably wouldn't, because she's not like your sisters. She's not strong. She's a Minnie Mouse. I don't really like her. I don't like the way she acted towards your own mother and sisters. Where's your loyalty? Where's your loyalty to the person who raised you for 16 years under extreme duress? Where's your loyalty, Christian? Do you want me to be ashamed of you for the rest of your life? And let me tell you this, God is going to punish you for this. He will punish you because you don't get away with this shit. You don't get away with it. Bill isn't getting away with it, and you won't get away with it. You treated me like crap. I told you to get that Omi thing off your arm. She doesn't want you to have it. Yes, I've been in contact with her. She was with me for 8 years after she died. Every day she was in my house. Because I can tell. That's how. Because I'm psychic. Because I just know things. And I see things. And I have visions. Because I'm a little special. And you had it too. Or you probably deny it to everybody because you're so amazing. You are not amazing. You are a disappointment to anybody. Everybody thinks we're still talking. You told Vince after I hadn't talked to you for like 8 or 10 months. I called Vince at work and said, what's the matter with Christian? He says, what? He says, I don't get it. And I said, well, we haven't talked for like 8 months. And he says, Christian just said you talk to him like every 2 weeks. Like you're always talking to him. So apparently you are a little bit ashamed of your own behavior. I'm not getting any younger. I'm not going to last forever. I'm already having some problems. I'm having very painful back problems, and I'm already having kidney problems. So I'm not going to last forever, Christian. If I die and you don't make amends with me, you don't apologize profusely, guess where you're going to go when you die? It won't be to a good place. Could I've spent a lot of my time there in my visions. And I've been crying all day. I couldn't stop because of the way you have treated me, your own mother. You've been so cruel to me, and your stupid girlfriend or wife is too, and their family. When I did nothing but protect, like I'm supposed to do. You can blame your grandmother for not protecting your father, so he turned out to be such a prick and an abusive person who assaults women. You can blame them because I did everything I could so we could survive. You survived without being molested, abused, everything because of me, not because of him. He's a bastard. And if you believe that shit, you're stupid. And you've hurt your mother, and you will have to pay for it.